So here we are again, 8 o'clock at night, proper fucked up again, didn't I? So the thing about building a non-negotiable, it's something that becomes part of your life. It almost becomes part of your DNA. And when we build things that are non-negotiable, we don't really ever overlook them. Let's look at some examples. One of the things that we do in the morning when we have a non-negotiable is brush our teeth. It is a non-negotiable. It's something that we are trained to do as kids in the morning, in the evening, and we do it every single day unless we're out on the piss till like 5 o'clock in the morning and all we want to do is just crash and burn. A non-negotiable is that when you go and do exercise, you'd have a shower. You'd never get into your bed unless you're an absolute crabby cunt and sleep in that bed overnight, having just run 5 miles and be sweaty. Some of the things that we attempt to achieve within our movement community, where we're trying to move men forwards, is get guys to have non-negotiables. That would be a morning accountability routine. That would be a midweek check-in. That would be their weekly plans. That would be to review some part of their life or what they're going through. That would be to meet us on a focus group. And what we're trying to do is build up the skills, the drills, the habits, routines that base the fundamentals, shall we say, in terms of a personal and professional development. And if we want to create a much better lifestyle for us and we want to build a mission, for example, we want to achieve a mission, we want to achieve an outstanding goal, we want to take ourselves to another standard, but we can't get the non-negotiables right, we can never really move forwards with it. Now, the reason that I'm here filming at 8 o'clock and the reason that I haven't posted a podcast in the last 10 days is that, number one, I decided to take a break from recording podcasts to gain some of my morning reflection back just for myself without having to do anything on my walk. And because it's been 10 days, that's almost now, that habit, that routine, that structure that I had has almost slipped away. So I did record one this morning, but because I'm not in the habit of posting them like I was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it slipped my mind to put it out. Because we are only 10 or 11 days into these 28-day videos, it slipped my mind to actually put this into my plan to then record. And what I then do is just go into Terminator mode and just completing the things that I said I was going to complete. So in terms of trying to make this a habit, I've got to keep remembering to put in when I'm going to do this. I've got to start putting back in when I'm going to record my podcast. And again, that then sort of slides into your life and it just becomes non-negotiable. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind and it never gets done, right? So it only takes 1 or 2 or 3 days of not to do a morning routine and not to do a morning accountability for you to then slip and it's no longer a non-negotiable. The whole point of consistency is to build up a series of non-negotiables that produce behaviors, patterns of action and execution that move you closer to raising your standards or moving you closer to living or fulfilling the life that you desire and dream. For a lot of people, trying to understand how to get that level can be very overwhelming. And it's like a flight or fight scenario. It's almost a case of going, there's no way I can do that, which is why the non-negotiables have to be very basic at the very start. And that's why when we bring people in the first 3 months, all we want you to do is your morning accountability at least 5 days a week, is do your weekly planning, do your midweek check-in and watch one of the development videos a day. Because what we're doing is building these non-negotiables that become part of your life. It accompanies you anywhere you go. So I want you to try it. I want you to think of one non-negotiable that you're going to do for the rest of February. Think about something that you're struggling with. This is why I'm doing the 28 videos in 28 days. It's because I'm trying to build consistency of doing a more longer form video. So it doesn't seem like such a big task. It just seems like a normal part of my life. And it's going to probably take you longer than the rest of February to think about something that you're not doing now that you can implement. So whether that's going to be 20 minutes exercise every single day, whether that's you going to be tracking your breakfast in terms of how many calories you've had, whether that's you having sex with your missus every single day for 2 weeks, which is probably more unlikely to be a non-negotiable. But if you can do something, if you can make it a non-negotiable by showing up consistently, and whatever it is that you're showing up consistently for, you can understand how that improves your life, you're fundamentally going to feel a lot more fulfilled, a lot more progression, and you're going to start proving to yourself that you can actually show up a higher level. You can then introduce another one in March, and that is then off. You are on a momentum of building your non-negotiables that are going to make you better within your life. So some key non-negotiables for me that are non-negotiable is doing my mission builder, is doing my self-belief journal. Okay, is going to jiu-jitsu, is going to the gym, is training at least 6 days a week. Like, those things are non-negotiable. There's no discussion. It's going to happen. Like, we're not quite there yet with these videos being at 8:05 and the missus being fucking pissed off because the Great British Menu's on pause waiting for me to go and watch, and I still got to go and edit, do the thumbnail, and post this fucker up. So you better fucking like this video. And the show goes on.